What's up, y'all? So in today's video, we're going to be going over the top 10 items I regret buying in my Fortnite locker. Now this is going to range from skins to emotes, wraps, gliders, everything. So before we get into that, I just wanted to say a quick little thing here. So if you really want to watch, just skip to the video. You could skip to this timestamp right here and you'll be straight in the video. But I know I haven't uploaded in like pretty much a month. I had multiple videos that I tried uploading, but some of the footage got corrupted. I was sick 1 week, and then I was just sick yesterday. I wanted to make this video yesterday, but I was sick yesterday. I was sick the first week of January, which I wanted to make a video, couldn't. Last week was a snow week for Louisiana, so I tried filming some stuff for that to make a video for it, but ultimately half of the footage got corrupted, so I would only have fragments of a video, and it would have made a bad video, which is why I didn't upload it. But anyway, with that being said, let's get into the top 10 items I regret buying in my Fortnite locker. Let's get it. Alright, so here we are in my Fortnite locker. Now, I do have a decent amount of skins, in my opinion, decent amount of back blings, pickaxes, gliders, but you're gonna see more of like the skins and maybe back blings, because a lot of the pickaxes and gliders that I have, most of them are either from battle pass or free events that might have given them out, or win umbrellas, like for instance this one. But we're actually going to start with emote, and the first item that we're going to put in here is the Bring It Around Icon Series emote. Now, this is the lowest rated item, so this is the item I least regret buying out of this top 10. So number 1 would be the item I most regret. But after the memes that have been made with this, obviously because of the animation, it kind of stopped me from using the emote. Also, I just had gotten better emotes to replace it eventually, like California Love right here, some other ones like this. Yeah. So yeah, the reason why this one is on the list is because for the price point that it was at, I believe it was 500 V-Bucks, and I just eventually stopped using it. But with that being said, let's get into number 9. Next up at number 9, we have LeBeau's Bow Pickaxe, which was retailed for about 800 V-Bucks, and I bought it. This is the pickaxe for the Gambit skin that came out during the Marvel season, I believe. The first Marvel season, not the second one. So yeah, the reason why this is on the list is because I thought I would like these type of, I guess you could say, spear or rod back blings, not back blings, pickaxes. But after getting this one, I ended up really not liking it just because of the size that it takes up on the screen. Also, it makes the skin move in a weird way, and this one in particular has a weird sound in my opinion. And it's just honestly kind of distracting. So yeah, that's why this is on the list, especially for the price point of 800 V-Bucks, even though that's mostly because it's a Marvel series item. But yeah, that is why this pickaxe is on the list. With that being said, let's get into number 8. Now, at number 8, we have the banner cape, and this one was honestly kind of hard for me to put on the list, but like I said earlier, most of my back blings, pickaxes, gliders are all battle pass stuff, because I don't really buy stuff in the shop, because most of the time it's not the best bang for your buck. I mean, you could spend $20 to get a 2000 V-Buck skin, one skin, or you could buy a battle pass and get a lot more. So that's why I put the banner cape on here. But another reason is because I've slowly come to not like capes ever since they've become more animated. I mean, you could see it right now. I'm not even moving the character, and it's just kind of doing that. Also because I have the alternative banner shield, which I actually like a lot more, because it takes up the full color of the shield. It doesn't just like have this weird gray part in the middle or around the icon. So what happened with this was I, 1, stopped liking to wear capes pretty much, and 2, I found a better alternative in the banner shield. So with that being said, let's get into number 7. Alright, at number 7, we actually have the Frozone skin. Now, the main reason why this is on the list is because I mostly bought this set for the back bling and pickaxe combo that comes with his little ice shield. But in order to get the back bling, you have to buy the skin. So I bought the skin with no intentions of actually using it because I wanted to use the shield with, ironically, the skin that's right next to it, this guy, because I figured it would look good during the icy winter times. And also, he's kind of really obvious. I mean, he's bright cyan and white. I know that this isn't the best alternative, but like, especially with the details they've used on this skin to make him shiny, it's just really obvious and not a skin I would see myself using, and that I really don't use either. But the only reason why this is not higher up on the list is because of the fact that, I mean, it is Frozone in Fortnite. Frozone is my favorite hero from the Incredibles franchise. So yeah. Also, the price point to get both of these items, this along with the pickaxe that came with it, it's kind of ridiculous, but it is a collab item, so I'll give it some slack for that. With that being said, let's get into number 6. Now, here we are at number 6, and it is the Slurp wrap that came out in Chapter 2, Season 1. Funny enough, this one and the next one are both wraps. I figured I should try to include 2 of each, of skin, back bling, pickaxe, glider, and then wrap. But I didn't find 2 gliders that I actually didn't like that I had from the item shop, so yeah, I think I ended up including the emote. I put the emote in there. Anyway, so what happened with this wrap was, honestly, I just found better alternatives. Like, for instance, this wrap, which I know came out in the same season, but I bought this a lot later, and I think it was just because I just wanted a new wrap. But then I ended up buying some of my favorite wraps, like this blue camo one or this blue shock one. If you can't tell, I like blue. I mean, look at my room, it's blue. So yeah, I think what happened with this one was it's just not really animated in any type of way, and I eventually found better alternatives. Also, especially for the price point of some of these wraps, I believe this one was around 500. I may be wrong, but I believe it was 500, so I still bought it. And yeah, it's one of the regrets that I have in my Fortnite locker, and there's no real upsides to having this as a wrap. So yeah, that is why it is at the number 6 spot. But with that being said, let's get into number 5 and the start of the top 5. Alright, and here we are at number 5, and it is the Stinger wrap. Now, the reason why I put the Stinger wrap up here is, 1, for the price point, and 2, it's mostly because of the kind of clickbait that it shows you. So if you look at the icon in the bottom right, it shows just a nice glossy blue with a nice yellow. But when you actually put it on a gun, it has this weird gloss effect with like a green and a purple, and it's just not what's really advertised. Also, the gold looks a lot more orange than some other golds that I've seen on wraps. So yeah, for that reason, this had to be put up there. Honestly, I probably would put this one maybe a little bit lower, but I did have to put it at some point, and I felt like the number 5 spot was the best position for it. So yeah, that is why Stinger wrap is the number 5 spot. But with that being said, let's get into number 4. Alright, and here we are at number 4 with the Choco Llama pickaxe. This is our last pickaxe for the list. Now, the reason why I don't really like this pickaxe is because, 1, the price point of 500 for this is kind of steep in my opinion. I mean, it is just a chocolate llama head on a stick. It's kind of bland, especially for what other things you can get for 500 V-Bucks, like maybe some cool wraps, maybe a different cool pickaxe. But I decided to buy it because I kind of wanted something Easter themed, I guess, and I thought it was cool at the time. But with the running animations they've added recently, these two-handed old school pickaxes, I don't really like some of them because they take up some of the screen. But yeah, I just feel like this pickaxe is kind of bland, and I can't really match it with anything because of the color scheme it has. I mean, it's brown, white, and that little bit of reddish pink on the end. So yeah, I just feel like I don't really use it like at all since I bought it. I maybe used it for like a week, and then I stopped using it. and it has never been pulled out again since. So yeah, that is why the Choco Llama pickaxe is at number 4. But with that being said, let's get into the top 3 items that I regret buying. Alright, and at the number 3 position, I decided to put the only glider that I really wanted to put in here, the Meeseeks Manifest. This is a part of a Rick and Morty collab, and the reason why I put it here is because after buying it, it's honestly really big and takes up a lot of the screen. It's also quite obvious with how bright of a blue it is, and because it's cell shaded. That's one of my pet peeves with cell shaded things in Fortnite, is they are really obvious. Like for instance, this glider as well, and they always make them like ridiculously big without taking into account how obvious it is. Now I do have other gliders that I have purchased from the item shop, like for instance these two, the light cycle, and I know what you're saying, oh Dawson, that's pretty obvious. No, there's a big cyan stream coming out the back. Yeah, but at the same time it's not really as big either. And I know what you're saying about this one. Oh, Dawson, this is a bright blue shark that flies through the sky. Well, it still looks a lot cooler than a puffy cloud. So yeah, also especially for the price point of this, I believe it was around 800 V-Bucks just to fly on a cloud. When I could spend 800 V-Bucks on a cooler pickaxe, maybe even a skin. I mean, there are skins that are 800 V-Bucks that look cool. There's one in the shop right now, the Surge skin, that I would buy for 800 V-Bucks over this, you know? So yeah, that is why this is one of the things I most regret buying. And yeah, that is why it's on this list. So with that being said, let's get into number 2. Alright, and here we are at number 2 with our last and final skin, and it is Toon Meowscles. Now, I like the idea of Toon Meowscles and how they executed him, and the whole Toon line in general, like Tuna Fish here, or the other 2 Toon skins that are in the pack. But I feel like for the price point, especially that I purchased them at, I purchased the big bundle. I feel like it wasn't really worth it, because after playing with him for maybe about a month after purchase, I stopped using him because I either found cooler skins to put in my kind of rotation of skins. And also, like with just like the Mr. Meeseeks glider, he is really obvious because of the cell shading. Now, it is still a pretty cool skin, and I do love the Toon animation that Fortnite has brought to these iconic skins. But they haven't released any other ones besides the 4 that we have now. And I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of a big skin. I don't like the tail either. I don't like tails on most skins. It just kind of freaks me out when the skin has a tail. Like for instance, the Renegade Link skin. I love the skin. I would play with this all day, every day if I could. But I just don't like the way the tail looks. Freaks me out. So that is one of the other reasons why Toon Meowscles unfortunately had to be put on the list. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into the item that I most regret buying in my locker. Alright, and here we are at the Cash Stash back bling, the item that I most regret buying in my locker. Now let me get into a little bit of a backstory behind this. I really like the alternative of this back bling, which is the one you get or got from the $5 pack that was all black and had, you know, the regular money coming out of it. You know the one. And I tried to get this one as an alternative without realizing how hard it would be to match up with other skins, and also how big it is. So if you look at the color scheme here, we have a nice white, gold, and black, which is not hard to match up. I mean, if you don't look at that weird green, it honestly kind of matches with the skin I have on right now. But there's the weird green, and that green matches up with like 2 skins, and this back bling matches up with like 3 skins, maybe 4, depending on how much you want to count. And 3 of those are the double agents pack because of the black, white, and gold. But the green is just kind of a weird color to throw in there, and unless you have the skin to match it, which I unfortunately don't, there's a very finite amount of skins you can match it with. I've actually taken this back bling and gone through every skin in my locker that I had at the time and couldn't match it. I just don't like it. It's an ugly color. The price point was bit ridiculous. I believe it was either 500 or 800 V-Bucks. Either way, to pay that much V-Bucks for this ugly of a back bling is just, it's not worth it. So don't make the same mistake I did. If you're going to get this back bling, get the skin with it, because you won't be able to match it with anything in your locker. I can guarantee that. But with that being said, that is going to be it for this video. I tried to keep this list mostly to things you can get, 1 in the item shop and 2 that you could still get right now. If I had to mention some honorable mentions, I mean, I would probably say like this would probably be an honorable mention, Island Adventure Peely, because the skin is kind of meh. It's just a Peely with paint, and you had to buy it through a Lego pass, but I'm trying to have every base form of the Peelies, so I figured I should probably get them. I know I don't have a lot of Peelies, but I want to try and at least complete that at some point in my lifetime. And the reason why I'm saying base forms is so that way people won't be like, oh, you don't have the all gold Peely from chapter 2 season 2. Shut up. I have the base form and the 2 other forms that came with it. But yeah, that's probably an honorable mention, along with the entirety of this battle pass, whatever this is chapter 5 season 1, I believe, Underground. I mostly bought this battle pass for these 2 skins, Oscar and then Peter Griffin. Mostly the Peter Griffin stuff, because I grew up with Family Guy. But then I stopped playing towards the end of the season, and I couldn't get any of Peter Griffin's selectable styles. So yeah, that's one of the many regrets I have, is spending money on that whole battle pass. But with that being said, that is going to be it for this video, so let's head to an outro sequence. And there it is, the top 10 items that I most regret buying in my Fortnite locker. Keep in mind though, this was all my opinion, and if some of these items are some of your favorite in your locker, then cool. But it's just not for me, and I've stated my reasons. So if you disagree or agree with some of the things I've said, leave them down below in the comments. I'll be reading those probably whenever you post them, and I'll try and heart all the ones I can. And be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, so that way you get notified when I upload a video or go live. If you are new to this channel, I promise I do have somewhat of an upload schedule. I won't just upload this video and then disappear for a month. I'm sorry. Alright, there's a lot of stuff going on. I explained it at the beginning of the video, so if you're at the end now and you skipped over that part and want to know why, go back and watch that, please. But yeah, like I was saying, be sure to hit the notification bell so that way you get notified when I go live or upload. Be sure to share this video with anyone, your grandma, your dog, your brother, sister, anyone. Share this video. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers before the end of 2025. I know it just started, but we're going to set that goal right now. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.